Okay, guys. I got another one for you. This one involves transport. Okay, this is a situation. Can't make this situation up, man. Cannot make these stories up. Like, I'm gonna give y'all the true recollection of what actually happened. Okay. Um, so I gotta kind of give you a short story of a long story, but I got in an altercation, right? It was an altercation. It's pretty petty, but it involved like a little religious dispute. I'm not really gonna get into that, but I reacted, got punched in the nose for it. That punch came out of nowhere. Like, I did not see the punch coming. And those punches that you don't see coming, those are the ones that can hurt you. So when the punch came, man, I saw stars, man. Like, Tweety Bird was dancing, everything. My nose was actually fractured off of that first punch. I didn't even know it. And I got this really pronounced bridge. So I got a really breakable nose. I've been told that, right? Um, but yeah, the first punch, it did what it did, and I was out, man. And I had an associate of mine, man, a partner, man. He saw that. He saw I wasn't there, and he was like, "Hey, man, there go the folks, man." Kind of like grab me, you know what I'm saying, save me from the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, "Hey, man, get yourself together, man. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna go with?" As far as like, am I gonna choose a weapon? How am I gonna retaliate on this or whatever, right? um because it's one of them things where we was in the jungle, man. And it was one of them save face types of things, man. And it's just a lot of mess, man. And so I'm going down there, I'm gathering myself, man, and I'm putting everything together. I chose to go with the lock apparatus, man. And you put the locks on the belt, and you get it real close, and you hit with it or whatever. And that's what I went with. It didn't go all the way as planned, but man, as soon as like he just barely bumped my nose, I was like, oh shit, because it was like bone grating on bone. My nose is actually leaning towards the left. I'm talking about leaning towards the left. I didn't want to go to visitation. I had visitation like the next day, and my junk was over here, man. I ain't even want to go to that visitation. I'm gonna keep it all the way real with you. The story is actually about the transit. I got horror stories. I knew I had to get surgery, man. I had to get surgery. I had to get a nose job because basically my nose was pointing over that way. You know what I'm saying? You know how Migo be like that way. You know what I'm saying? So I knew I had to get that fixed. So I told my folks, you know what I'm saying, make sure you let the warden know. Basically, spam the warden. Get everybody we know to call him and make sure I don't go to the medical facility that they have for prisoners. I've heard horror stories, man. I've heard Frankenstein like tales, like people coming back with scars that don't supposed to be there, that don't supposed to heal that way, never heal, like all types of horror stories, man. So messing with my face, man, my nose, my look, man. Come on, man. I had to go somewhere where I really trusted. So I wanted to go somewhere else. So basically they expanded the war. So I'm in a hole now. After the medical, they sent me straight to the hole. So I'm in a hole now for fighting for the altercation or whatever. So I'm in a hole. So boom, 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 like real loud on the door. I'm like, God. So I get up and I go to the door, and it's a flap that the officers got to open. They go like that or like that, but they got to open the flap so you can see who's out there. So as soon as I get to the door, flap flies open. Man, I don't see nobody but the warden right there. And this is a white warden at the time, man. And he was like an ex-military guy. So he was real gun ho, man. I can't make this guy up, man. This guy was super gun ho, man. And he had his goons with him, which are the CERT team. The CERT team, they're not the basic key turner officers that walk around in the uniform. They got the all black uniform, just like a technical team. That's their look. And when they come, they throwing knees and elbows. They on that rah rah. They gotta uphold their reputation. So if they're called, they shaking you down, they roughing you up, they beating you up, and they kill people. So yeah, he had the whole CERT team behind the man, and they were menacing as always, especially when they with the warden. And he's like, "Hey, we're sending you to our outside doctors, the same doctors we go to. You understand? I'm like, yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And when he said that, yes, sir, man, the CERT team was ready to mobilize, man, in an instant. They had, man, shield. Yeah, man, they were ready to mobilize in an instant because in Georgia institutions, like, yeah, and it's inmates that buck. It's times where you buck on the CERT, but you better be prepared for what comes with it, because that's institutionalization they're trying to implement there. And you're bucking on that programming. You buck on that programming, like, nah, he want to hear that sir in there. So I'm like, I give it to him, right? You know what I'm saying? I told y'all I was gonna I give it to him, right? So he tells me, so you could tell your folks to stop calling me, you understand? And I'm like, yes, sir. You know, I'm in line by now. Now I'm yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. So he like, all right. And so he slams the thing. So I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not going to that terrible medical facility. I'm going to the same doctor they go to. So I get a transport to go to the doctor to get a checkup on the up and coming surgery, because they're going to actually do the surgery at the hospital, but I have to go to the medical facility to allow the doctor to look it over. Now this is where the story actually starts. This is what the story is all about right here. So the officers that transported me, both of these officers I knew from inside of the prison. These officers, I don't know if they've handled outside tasks before, prior to this. I don't think so. I think even one of them alluded to that, because this was something unique, because usually inmate get an injury, inmate goes to uh Augusta Medical Prison and get butchered up or get done right. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But that was the protocol. So me having that spamming thing done, it was kind of like a glitch, like a little cheat code. So I did something and got over there. You know what I'm saying? Like special privileges or whatever. But it was all from my folks' pressure. So this was uncharted territory, so to speak. So I'm going there, and it's this short white officer that was like really cool in the prison, but outside of there, whole nother ball game you're gonna see. And a Puerto Rican prison guard who was pretty chill in the prison. He was cool with everybody. He felt like he knew the streets. He was out of the streets. He had tattoos and stuff like that, but he was Puerto Rican cat. He was from New York. Man, I might as well call them Mud and Jeff, man. But these guys are transporting me. And the whole time, man, on the way, initially they were grilling me about, me having family, me having goons, somebody waiting to pounce and break me out, bust me out of there and free me. And I'm like, man, I don't got that kind of, I ain't locked up like that. I ain't no crime boss locked up, right? Like nobody gonna take them type of risks. Like, what are y'all talking about, man? Y'all watch too many movies, man. These folks, like, they're really, at first it was like they was kicking it, and then they were like, man, nah, we dead serious. Like, don't think you can play us. Like, and I'm like, man, these folks really paranoid, man. And I'm like, man, come on, man. And we just chilling, kicking it. So the closer we got to the destination, man, the more antsier they got. So we're getting out. They got me. I'm waist chain, and I got that means I got the chain around my waist, and my I got the my wrist are shackled to my waist chains, and I got the anklets on. I got the ankles attached, so I got a hobble. Okay, so the short white guy, man, he got a nasty pump, man. I don't even know, that was state regulated, man. It was nasty, and he had that. And the Puerto Rican cat, he had like he had a pistol. Okay, so we're walking on our way there, right? So he's right behind me, man. I'm telling him, man, get that. Cause I'm looking back. He got it at a nasty angle. I'm like, man, come on, man. Point that at the ground, man. Why you got that pointed like you got it pointed at me? He's like, shut up. Shut up, man. And he calling my name like, shut up. Yeah, anybody could jump out. Like, I ain't playing. Like, if they jump out, you gonna be the first that get it. Like, man, come on, man. That's a movie line, man. Come on, man. Stop, man. Y'all tripping, man. And the other one, he's in front, like with the gun, like ready, man. These folks really thought they was about to be ambushed. So we go inside, right? Man, the the occupants inside had no idea of the confusion that was about to unfold. And as soon as we bust in, it's a little white kid over there playing with some toys or whatever he was doing, but he was playing. He was over there playing. And I know his name was Timmy because I heard his mama call it because she was over there in the corner. And when I hobble myself in, they coming in. He got the Mossberg still out. He got the pistol still out. He ain't even holster it or nothing. And she just looking like, Timmy, 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 Timmy. And he just, man, Timmy was bucking, man. Timmy was bucking. And then finally she's like, she just, Timmy, and he looked up and she got her arm straight out and somehow he got over there or whatever. And so he got out the way. So he go in there, he talking to the people. They're like, can you put the gun up? Do you got to have the gun up? Man, he got into it with them folks. Like, what you mean? Like, why do I got to have the gun up? This is my job. Like, man, he got into it with them, man. And that whole situation was going down. And I'm like, come on, man, they'll think you got Hannibal Lecter in here, man. Shut up, man. I'm talking about they got like, shut up, shut your mouth. Like, I'm like, man, y'all really going like this? And I think it was the tension of the situation. I think they were really scared. You know, I think they felt that feeling of the hairs standing up on the back of their neck, like they can be ambushed at any time. But you know, the doctors came out, they took me back there. They said he looked me over. He said he gonna take care of me, man. Had a real nice chocolate nurse back there, man. She really, man, really took care of her brother, man. And it was a caveat to this story that actually ended well, and that was they said, since you didn't have us ambushed and you did so well, we're gonna take you through the college campus. And I'm like, take me through the college campus? What? I don't go to college, man. I was stupid. Man, they took me through that college campus, and man, when I tell you the love I got from the sisters, oh my God, man. That's why, man, to this day, man, I'm so beholden to the black queens, man. I mean, all women are beautiful, man, but my women came out that day, man, and they saw me in the back, man. They saw me in the back, man, like a lost puppy away from home, man. And the love they showed, man. I ain't talking about gratuitous or explicit love. I'm talking about the waves, the clutching of the chest, the way they look, man, the connection, man. It was beautiful, man. And I got that all the way through the campus, man. And talk about the bodies and all of that, man. Some of them put on a little acrobatic show for me, man. They did some little chills for me and stuff like that, man. But they told me to keep my head up, man. They was actually talking to me through the van like I could hear them. Keep your head up, all that. Like, yeah, man, it was beautiful. It ended well. But yeah, that's that story, man. I hope you guys enjoyed that, man. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out.